So much has happened since last week. Okay, tariff wars with Canada, Mexico, and China.
Right. So, and that's not even the maximum number of countries that he has started a trade war with.
So we upsetting everybody.
We are upsetting everybody.
Everybody want to beat America up.
Allies, enemies, everybody.
So explain to folks about these tariffs, because I think people think that this is something that is being put on these other countries, which, okay, it is, but it's not just the other countries that it's affecting.
Absolutely. So, of course, people are confused. You're right, because Trump is lying about this once again. So we're going to cut through the noise and tell you what everybody else knows about tariffs that Trump seems to not know. Okay, so let's just start with what are tariffs?
Yes.
Tariffs are basically a tax that you pay on anything that does not come from the United States. So that could be imported goods, that could be fruits and vegetables. It's really just anything that we don't produce or grow here in the United States.
And the point of a tariff is to, I guess, be an income stream for that country.
The point of a tariff, in the sense of why Trump is putting these tariffs on these other countries, is to force people to buy American. Although when he started this tariff and this trade war, he said with Canada, for example, it was over the fact that they needed to reduce the amount of fentanyl that was coming into the country. So he's been slipping and sliding on the reasons why he started this trade war. But essentially, usually, politicians will put tariffs on imports to encourage Americans to buy American.
But Trump don't even buy American. Like, aren't the Make America Great Again hats made in China?
Everything's made in China. So, and most people know that. The other thing is that, so like, here's the thing that's so crazy about all this. People do not realize, I will say Americans don't realize, that the majority of the things that we consume, from our food to the products that we buy to the cars that we buy, everything that we consume, we do not make enough of our own stuff to be self-sustainable. So what that means is that most of the food
do we not have the capability to make our own stuff?
That's in debate. Yes, we may have the capability to make our own stuff, but the point is we don't. So for example, we get 2/3 of our produce, so that's fruits and vegetables, just from Mexico.
2/3.
It's not just avocados.
2/3, not
2/3.
one, two.
Right.
And I don't know if y'all know math, but there's only 3/3. It's a 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3 is a whole.
Right.
2/3.
2/3. And so the point is that we are so interconnected with other countries that for many of the products that you use every day, we get them from other countries. It's just like the running joke where people will say, oh, everything's made in China, because you look at the bottom of everything and it is made in China.
But the number one rule is, when you are dependent on somebody else for something,
right,
don't talk shit.
Right.
You can't talk shit.
You cannot, especially when you don't have your resources set up. So that kind of brings me to the next point, which is that, we even get things like oil and gas from other countries. So it's not just fruits, vegetables, steel, aluminum.
Oil and gas, child.
Right. We're getting most of our food, most of our products from other countries. So, for example, Canada sends us oil and gas. So Canada provides electricity to about 1.5 million Americans, and they are threatening to turn the electricity off if this trade war continues.
It sounds like it's more than a threat.
I believe him.
Justin Trudeau, even though he on his way out.
Right.
And he's out now, actually, right?
He is. Mm-hmm.
But that didn't sound like a threat. That sounded like, even if you roll back these things now, we're moving forward with some of this, so not to do this again.
Absolutely, because Trump has been, lobbying these tariffs at other countries, and then he, for the second time now, just take Canada for example, he has said, "Oh, just joking, we're going to delay the tariffs." And so Canada has responded and said, "Listen, all the back and forth is causing chaos, it's causing markets to fall, which is connected to everybody's 401k and pension." So they are saying, we're tired of the foolishness and we're going to move forward with these tariffs, and also might turn off your electricity.
Oh, so who is that? New York?
So there is a couple of states. I think it's New York, Minnesota, Michigan. There are a few states that actually get oil and gas from Canada. And so the other thing is that, like, even if you just look at the food that we import from Canada and Mexico, some economists are saying just the food tariffs alone could add $1,000 worth of increased expenses for families in the country. $1,000 per year of increased expenses. And that's not even including the aluminum tariffs that came out today from other countries. And so everything is going to go up. That's soda cans, the cost to, do construction for new houses, the cost of food, oil and gas, everything.